If you're new here, welcome. And to my regular fan base, welcome back. So, in this live video, I'm going to go to the tree here to do what I usually do. I need one hand to hold my phone up. In this live video, we are going to be speaking of the final live, which is the next one, and a conversation with my son's new social worker under the new administration team. And after that, there will be, which will be from next week, a new chapter, meaning a new background in the live setup. This will be from next week. There's going to be a live today, right now, obviously, and one tonight, a voice recording, part one of me and the first time we talked, me and the social worker, the new administration social worker. And then I wish to say and put forth, I have good news. The meeting is locked in for the 29th of next week, and this is to discuss contact with my son following the successful virtual contact that has occurred between the two of us over the last month. Now, what I wish to do in this very life, now that that's out the way, and I've shared direction where I'm taking my son's and his father's comeback story. What must I say? My son and his father's comeback story. What I wanted to do in this live video is present something different. In past, and I love doing them, nature videos I've done, I've always been on the move, walking. But I was thinking to myself, and I was thinking, self, why don't you just, and I found this lovely new spot, and I'm going to showcase its beauty in a second. But why not just stand still and be present? And it ties in beautifully to my next points. We're going to be doing something unique in this life, something uncharacteristic, because I want to give something uncharacteristic of what I usually put forth in my content, because what I want to provide now, and this will help out other parents to learn to react, not response, but learn to react. It's all about conditioning and training the minds. Because once you learn how to play the game, not the ha-ha game, no, but the political game. And it's a game of mental warfare, chess, psychological warfare. It really is. You have to out-strategize, out-maneuver, outperform. Didn't mean to swear at my autistic, but you have to outperform, with your minds. You have to foresee and anticipate what they are going to be using to attack you subtly, diplomatically, politically, peacefully. But whilst being aggressive, that's what they do. So you got to think like them, act like them, be like them, and you have to outmaneuver them. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Because I had to learn to keep my mouth, not keep my mouth shut entirely, but know when to pause and know when to let the silence speak for me, know when to pause and take a sip of water while studying their expressions on a Zoom video call. This creates a tactical advantage because you give them discomforts and they're forced to think inwardly of their own lives, and you can use that to your advantage if you play that part well. I mean, there's insights I can give you, like, you know, Epsom bath salts, practicing Stoicism to slow down, you know, making a list beforehand for the meeting so that when there's constant interruptions, which there will be, because the authorities, being the narcissistic, power-hungry cowards that they are, and narcissists at that, especially even more so, potently, they will like to control and dominate the conversation. They will like to talk over you, so you have to be prepared with two things: what you're going to be saying on the meeting in real time itself, but when you have written things down on paper, you can, because it's there, you don't have to feel like you're rushing in your brain to speak. So, like, as an example, this is very beneficial and advantageous, and I'll tell you why. Because when you interrupt and you go back and forth, then your message gets lost, and then because they're clever, they're very insidiously clever, they'll then say you're being rude by interrupting. When they interrupt you, because they have power, they will say that you're being difficult to work with. They will say that you're being cohesively controlling, and all these things, all these false accusations. So by having the pen and paper written down, right, what this will do is, when you are interrupted, you don't have to panic. You can come back to that and focus on the task at hand. And it's extra work, but it's worth doing that. And this has exponentially helped me in previous meetings that I've showcased in previous lives. Am I making sense so far? Am I talking to anybody so far? So these are some, like, hacks as to what we can do to insulate and protect ourselves. And I just want to show a bit of beautiful where I am. By the way, these trees you can see, let me come around this way. These trees, they are beautiful. What I did was to give thanks to this new spot. There's lots of trees, so let me walk down here a bit. So you see all these trees behind me. Better yet, let me flip the camera. Look, these trees here, I hugged this one and kissed this one. I hugged all of them and kissed them. This one, this one, this one, and this one. And I gave thanks for a new spot, because I'm very spiritual and into nature. And I asked for blessings for a powerful life. I think so far so good. So look at this beautiful spot right here. Right here. Hear the birds singing. You know, this is beautiful, you know, and it's just lovely to come and just, without any distractions from people, in a exclusive spot where I'm by myself, you know, it's nice. And I think I may well do future lives from here as well. I still walk around in nature when I do them, but I also firmly think that this is a beautiful spot to just relax and get my messaging across, you know. I say relax, and then all of a sudden there's a drilling in the background. Yeah, thanks a lot. Anyways, alright, stop now. Oh no, it's back on again. Anyways, I hope this video has provided, with all this said, it sounds like the perfect opportune time to get out of here. I just wanted to do something a little bit unique and different, and that was providing some hacks by way of, you know, how to deal with the authorities, mindsets, learning to react, not respond. And this and I mean, there's many things like exercise, nature, where I am right now, Epsom bath salts just to help relax, recovery, just slow down, to chill out, to just pause. There's that meeting hacks I gave you, many things. I hope this these nuances of information, and I'm doing my best to concentrate with that drilling in the background. F you drill, It was almost a perfect live minus the drill, right? But anyways, yeah, I hope these nuances of information has been serviceable. And as always, if I can help out just one person, just one, I'm a happy guy. Because my mess can indeed become somebody else's message, and I can teach you what to do and what not to do. And as this chapter is coming to an end, the next live tonight will be the final backgrounds you see in my office before we proceed to the live downstairs for next week. Yes. Yeah, I hope it's been... See, I've lost my train of thought because of the drill messing me around. But yeah, as this chapter comes to an end, as my son's and his father's comeback story has progressed to the next stage, which it has, as just to wrap up here, meeting on the 29th. That's the plan next month. Contact face to face. It will be recorded and documented, hidden in my rucksack, my bag. And I'm going to voice record it as future data as well. So yeah, then the next chapter of the story, well, we'll talk about that and then the live I do later on tonight. But yes, with all this said, much love, much respect, and peace. And thank you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I really do, because without you being the viewer, there is no father and son comeback story. And I genuinely do mean that, and I thank you, and I love each and every one of you. Much love. Thank you. Thank you.